All right, well, in review, Veronica Cuppy. She started out doing bees in her backyard when she was in the subdivision. Eventually thought that she needed a little bit more space, and so she moved into a half-acre farm. Currently offers lots of different things from regular eggs to quail eggs to flowers to jam. She's really learning how to diversify her products so that, one, it's seasonal, and two, it sounds like she can maximize all of her property. But it's key to understand that she got into this more as a lifestyle. So she's not trying to like maximize profits and have like this like growing empire, but wants to be able to support her lifestyle through some of the sales that she's making. Definitely started with friends and family with word of mouth, but then expanded to traditional marketing and Facebook marketing. The marketplace specifically is one of the best ways she has. Veronica, thank you so much for sharing your side hustle, and I look forward to trying some of those eggs.
Hi, I'm Ryan Basso with the Venture College, a program within the College of Innovation Design at Boise State. The Venture College helps students and community members launch their ideas beyond the classroom and turn those ideas into startups, lifestyle businesses, side hustles, and other ventures. With the COVID-19 situation, we know that more and more people in our community and throughout Idaho, beyond just students, will be looking for ways to generate extra income. That's why we've started the Side Hustle series. We will be talking to successful entrepreneurs about starting and growing side hustles that can be done from just about anywhere in the world. If you're interested in learning more or need some help, contact us at venturecollege@boisestate.edu or go to our website to learn more. Also, watch out for our social media accounts for the next installments of the Side Hustle series.
Hello, everyone. I'm here with Veronica Cuppy with Veronica Farms. Veronica, tell us about your farm.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Ryan. We have half an acre in Boise, and we have honeybees. So in the fall, we sell honey. We have chickens, we have ducks, we have a couple of goslings, we have quail. So we sell eggs from all those different animals. We put some fruit trees, so in a few years we'll be able to have fruit. We currently have some big, beautiful mulberry trees. So we sell mulberries and we make jams. So our farm has turned into a little side revenue, and it pays for itself, which is absolutely wonderful. And we love sharing our farm fresh produce with the community.
Yeah, and talking about that, like when you bought your property, like did you have intentions of doing this as a side hustle? Did it just kind of evolve? Like once you're there, what's the backstory?
Yeah, so we actually owned a home in Star, and that's when we started beekeeping. And we lived in a subdivision, and you weren't supposed to have chickens and you weren't supposed to have bees. But we talked to our neighbors, and they said, okay. So we had one hive, and we had 4 chickens. And after a while, we realized that we wanted more land, and it was a lifestyle that we wanted. It is a lot of hard work. You can't take a day off. You're always feeding in the morning and evening and putting things away. And making sure that everyone's safe from predators. But we actually bought this property because we wanted to have land. So we have 4 hives currently now, and we have a lot of birds. And so, we wanted that the house was a fixer-upper for sure. So we spent the first year remodeling the house, and this is the opportunity to really work on the land. And so we have water rights and a canal, and we're in an amazing location with a lot of like-minded people around us. And so it's kind of a hidden gem.
Super cool. So you went from, I assume you started the bees pretty quickly once you moved over to the property. What else did you add like quickly on that was like easy to maintain but brought you in some extra cash?
Yeah, the chickens, so chickens take 6 months to lay eggs. So that's been kind of a slow process. We still don't get as many chicken eggs as demand actually requires, because we also want to eat them ourselves.
Yeah.
But we have, and so quail have a lot quicker development stage, and so they can start laying eggs within 6 to 8 weeks. Okay. So our eggs have really been one of our keystone products, and we have a lot of regular clients. Given the pandemic that we're kind of in, we have a wait list now, and so we have a lot of regular clients, especially with duck eggs. Sometimes people are allergic, and so it's a specialty food. And so we're trying to find more niche products and have a client base that are interested in that, and knowing exactly where your food comes from, and being locally sourced and responsible. And we practice organic, sustainable ag practices on our farm. So
awesome. So walk me through, like, let's go back to the quail eggs. So you're saying quail eggs are one of your, staple items. At some point, do you just hit a cap of like space versus, space for quails, because it's like, it just seems like normally in a market, if something's hot, you just do more of it. I'm assuming you have, you're refined to a specific space. So like, how do you know if and when you can expand to like do more quail eggs or do more chicken eggs or whatever it might be?
Yeah. So I kind of look at this as a lifestyle kind of side hustle. So for us, it's what's manageable.
Okay.
Also, while we can provide the best care for the animals. So yes, we could have hundreds of quail, but then that's a lot of time and energy, and making sure that we can make sure that they have happy lives as well. And also the market, right? And understanding the life of a quail. Quail can live a few years, so we do incubate, and I have hatched out quail for people that are interested, and sold those off as well. We also sell fertilized eggs. So for us, I think instead of getting more quail, I think it would really be diversifying, and maybe saying, someone interested in us hatching out more for them. And I think offering products year round, so doing more canning, maybe doing some dehydrated fruits, or some flash frozen fruits, might be an avenue that we'll explore in the future. But there's only, we have more ducklings that we're growing,
Sure.
And more chickens, but really there's only so many you can have in a space. And yeah, so I think for us, it's more figuring out different avenues. We have reached out to different restaurants to see if they want to possibly do an order, but we have such a demand with our current customer base that sometimes I have people ask, hey, we want 16 dozen quail eggs. And so we kind of have to navigate the individual orders, and sometimes people say, I want quail. And so we'll sell off some of the quail. And so it kind of, it's a balance of that.
So, I mean, put this in context, like, do you have people at your doorstep every day, like, buying stuff? Is it just like every Friday people come to the farm? Like, what does it actually look like?
Yeah, well, given the current situation of everything.
Yeah, minus COVID. Let's say it was regular minus COVID-19 situation.
So we have a little farm stand on the side of the farm, and so we have a white cooler, and so a lot of times people reach out to us and we'll give them our home address. We're not a open to the public location, so people would, let's say you're interested in eggs, you send us a message through Instagram or Facebook, and we say, okay, it'll be ready on this day. I wash them, package them, leave them out. And people can pay with Venmo, they can leave a check, they can leave cash. And so they're safe. They come pick it up whenever they're free and available that day. So it's really per order. And we've realized that works really well, because then people know what they're getting. They bring cash or they pay for it. And it keeps everyone safe during this time. So, and then a little pop-up. I did one yesterday and sold some iris flowers and some jam and some eggs. There was an event next door because there's a CSA and garden and seed cooperative and nursery next door to us. And so just kind of capitalizing on having people there. So I think we'll expand to selling plants, possibly doing some garden classes, and kind of being a resource. I realize that a lot of people might not have the animal husbandry experience that we do. And so being able to, possibly offer a quail raising class in the future, basic gardening consulting. So that kind of stuff, as we realize that there's a little bit more of a need. So we might kind of expand to that in the future.
Awesome. And then last question is, in the early days, was it literally just like word of mouth? Like, I assume at this point, I'm gonna guess it's more word of mouth, but like, did you actively advertise, or how'd you get like that first stream of customers to turn into more residual customers?
So yeah, at first it was just family and friends, just kind of through personal social media. And now we have Verley Farms Instagram and Facebook. We sell a lot through Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
And people telling their friends as well. What has actually been a little bit surprising, we ran numerous businesses in the past. With this one is the client base has been a little different. And so we have a lot of repeat customers, and I'm using a lot of my Spanish as well.
Gotcha.
And so it's been an interesting shift, and we're happy that we're able to provide farm fresh products to our community.
Awesome. All right. Well, in review, Veronica Cuppy, she started out doing bees in her backyard when she was in the subdivision. Eventually thought that she needed a little bit more space, and so she moved into a half-acre farm. Currently offers lots of different things, from regular eggs to quail eggs to flowers to jam. She's really learning how to diversify her products so that, one, it's seasonal, and two, it sounds like she can maximize all of her property. But it's key to understand that she got into this more as a lifestyle. So she's not trying to like maximize profits and have like this like growing empire, but wants to be able to support her lifestyle through some of the sales that she's making. Definitely started with friends and family with word of mouth, but then expanded to traditional marketing and Facebook marketing. The marketplace specifically is one of the best ways she has. Veronica, thank you so much for sharing your side hustle, and I look forward to trying some of those eggs.
Thanks for listening. While you're waiting for the next episode, feel free to contact us or follow us on social media.